right, let's dive in. Ready for another deep dive? This time, we're going to Minnesota.
Ooh, Minnesota.
Yeah, to a place that's known as Dead Man's Trail.
Okay, I like it already.
Right. I mean, just the name itself is intriguing.
Yeah, it's got that, like, spooky, mysterious vibe.
Yeah, you can already picture it, right? Like a secluded path winding along a river.
Yeah, like deep in the woods with, like, shadows and stuff.
Exactly. And this trail is right along the Red Lake River, so there's that element of water, too.
Oh, water always adds, like, an extra layer of creepiness.
For sure. And what makes Dead Man's Trail even more fascinating is that it's not just about the atmosphere. It's steeped in history and legends, Native American legends.
Oh, wow. So there's, like, actual stories connected to this place.
Oh yeah, we're talking about stories of lost souls, hidden caves, and even modern-day encounters that will make you question what's real and what's just a figment of the imagination.
Okay, now I'm really intrigued. Tell me more about this trail.
Well, to start, it's actually right on the edge of a town called Thief River Falls.
So it's not, like, way out in the middle of nowhere.
Nope, it's almost like this trail is kind of teasing the town with its proximity.
I like that, almost like a dare, like, come closer if you dare.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Once you step onto that trail, civilization just seems to melt away.
Oh, I bet it's probably like stepping back in time.
Yeah, it's like you're entering this whole other realm where the rules of the everyday world don't quite apply.
That's so cool and a little creepy at the same time.
Totally. And that feeling is amplified by the choices you have on the trail itself. You can stay on the paved paths if you want a nice leisurely stroll by the river.
Sounds nice and safe.
Right. But if you're feeling adventurous, you can venture off onto the unpaved trails.
Where the real mystery lies, I bet.
The woods close in, the shadows get deeper, and you can practically feel the stories swirling around you.
Oh, I'd definitely be going for the unpaved trails.
Me too. It's like the trail itself is inviting you to delve deeper into the unknown.
So let's talk about those stories. The legends that give Dead Man's Trail its reputation.
Okay, so there are two main legends that really capture the essence of this place. And the first one, it's the story of a Native American mother
Okay.
who lost her child to the Red Lake River.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, it's a really heartbreaking story. Imagine her desperation as she's fleeing from some unknown danger, hiding her baby by the riverbank, thinking she'll come back for him when it's safe.
Oh my gosh.
But when she returns, the river had taken him.
Oh, that's just devastating. And you said this is connected to the Ojibwe people.
Yeah, the Ojibwe, also known as the Chippewa, they consider the Red Lake River to be sacred.
So this story isn't just some random tale, it's woven into their beliefs and history.
Absolutely. Their reverence for the river runs deep.
Yeah.
They see it as this spiritual domain where the world of the living and the spirit world can, like, intersect.
So the legend of the grieving mother, it resonates with their understanding of life and death, and especially the afterlife when it comes to water.
Exactly. We're not talking about just a spooky campfire story here. We're talking about a story that's rooted in a culture's understanding of the spirit world, which makes it even more powerful.
For sure. So what about the second legend? You mentioned something about a Chippewa warrior.
Right. This legend is about a warrior who was accused of murder and was forced to go into hiding.
Okay.
And the story goes that he found refuge in a cave near the river.
A hidden cave. That's cool, like a secret hideout.
I know, right? But here's the catch. To this day, no one has ever found this cave.
Really? Like people have actually searched for it.
Oh yeah, there have been numerous searches, but the cave remains elusive.
Wow, that's crazy.
Some believe that maybe erosion or shifts in the landscape have hidden it over time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But others whisper of a more supernatural explanation.
Ooh, tell me more about that.
They suggest that the cave only reveals itself to certain people.
So like you have to be worthy or something.
Maybe, or maybe it's guarded by the spirit of the warrior himself.
Okay, now we're getting into some serious mystery territory.
Right. It's like something out of an adventure novel, a secret cave, possibly guarded by a spirit from centuries past.
I can definitely see why Dead Man's Trail has earned its reputation for being so mysterious.
Maybe even haunted.
Right, haunted. But are these legends based on any truth? Like, is there any historical evidence to support them?
That's where things get even more interesting because the story of the Chippewa warrior, it probably stems from the real conflicts that happened between Native Americans and settlers back in the day.
Right, there was a lot of tension and violence during that time.
Exactly. You imagine the fear, the desperation that must have permeated the region.
Yeah, it's not hard to see how those emotions could like seep into the land.
And give rise to stories of hidden figures and restless spirits.
So we're seeing how history and legend are all intertwined.
Yeah, how real events can become the seeds for these captivating and sometimes unsettling tales.
But what about today? Like, are people still experiencing strange things on Dead Man's Trail, or are these just stories passed down through generations?
Well, that's what we're going to find out next time.
Oh, can't wait. This is getting good.
I know, right? Dead Man's Trail, it's a place where the line between reality and the supernatural seems to blur, and we're just getting started.
So stay tuned, folks. We'll be back soon with more of our deep dive into Dead Man's Trail.
You won't want to miss it.
Let's just say Dead Man's Trail, it definitely lives up to its reputation.
Oh, really? So people are actually experiencing strange things out there.
Yeah, it's like the trail has this way of blurring the lines between what's real and what's not, you know?
Oh, that's creepy. So what kind of things are people reporting? Like, are we talking full-on ghost sightings or...
It's kind of all over the place. Some people report feeling a sudden chill even on a warm day.
Oh, like a cold spot?
Yeah, exactly. Like an unseen presence just brushed past them.
Ooh, I'd get out of there fast.
Yeah, and others say they hear footsteps behind them, the rustling of leaves, but when they turn around, there's no one there.
Oh, man, that's freaky. Just thinking about it gives me goosebumps.
And those are just the subtle things. Some visitors have had even more intense experiences.
Like what? Give me the good stuff.
Okay, well, there have been reports of shadowy figures seen lurking in the woods.
Whoa, shadowy figures. Like actual human shapes.
Yeah, that's what people are saying. And some have even claimed to have captured photos of these figures.
Oh, wow. I'd love to see those photos.
Yeah, there are a bunch of them floating around online. If you look up Dead Man's Trail, you'll probably find some.
I'm definitely adding that to my to-do list. But what about, like, professional ghost hunters? Have they checked out this place?
Oh, yeah. Dead Man's Trail has definitely attracted its fair share of paranormal investigators.
What have they found?
Well, they've reported some pretty intriguing stuff.
Like what? Tell me more.
Some have claimed to capture EVPs, you know, those electronic voice phenomena?
Yeah, those whispers and voices you can only hear on recordings.
Exactly. They say they've picked up voices and other strange sounds that weren't audible to the human ear at the time.
Oh, man, that's wild. Imagine listening back to your recording and hearing a voice out of nowhere.
Right. It's like a direct line to the other side.
So we've got shadowy figures, strange sounds. What else?
Well, some investigators have even used dowsing rods and EMF meters, and they claim to have detected unusual energy fluctuations.
Oh, so like spikes in electromagnetic fields.
Yeah, exactly, which some believe can indicate the presence of spirit.
Wow, this is getting more and more interesting by the minute.
It really is. Dead Man's Trail is like a magnet for paranormal activity.
But you know what's really cool about this whole thing?
Uh-huh.
Even if you don't necessarily believe in ghosts,
Yeah.
there's something so powerful about a place with this much history and mystery surrounding it.
You're absolutely right.
Like, think about it. Every step you take on that trail, you're walking on ground that has witnessed centuries of human experience.
It's like you're stepping back in time.
Totally. The trees, the river, the very path beneath your feet, they've all borne witness to so much joy, sorrow, conflict, resilience.
Yeah, you can't help but feel connected to that history, to the people who came before you.
Exactly. And that connection, it can be humbling even if you're a skeptic.
For sure, it makes you realize that we're just a small part of a much larger tapestry, you know?
I love that. A tapestry of human experience.
Yeah, and Dead Man's Trail, it's like a thread that connects us all through time.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
So even if you're not into the whole ghost hunting thing,
Yeah.
there's still something undeniably special about a place like Dead Man's Trail.
It's a place that invites you to reflect, to connect with something bigger than yourself.
And who knows, maybe even to challenge your own beliefs about the world.
Well, that's a thought to ponder.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does. So for our listeners who are like itching to learn more or maybe even experience Dead Man's Trail for themselves, what do you suggest?
Well, first off, if you can actually make the trip to Minnesota, definitely do it.
I'm with you on that one. But for those of us who can't just hop on a plane, what would you recommend?
Well, luckily, there's tons of information online about Dead Man's Trail.
Oh, perfect. So you can do like a virtual exploration.
Exactly. You can read up on the history of the area, the legends, the first-hand accounts from people who visited.
And probably some creepy photos too, right?
Oh, for sure. You can even find those EVP recordings we talked about if you're brave enough to listen.
Oh, I might have to give that a try. But you know, even without all the online stuff,
Yeah.
I think there's something to be said for just using your imagination.
Totally. You can close your eyes and picture yourself there on the trail, you know?
Oh, like a guided meditation almost?
Kind of. Feel the cool air on your skin, hear the leaves crunching under your feet, smell the damp earth.
And imagine those shadows stretching out as the sun starts to set.
Yeah. And let those legends we talked about come to life in your mind.
Ooh, that sends shivers down my spine.
It's like you're creating your own personal experience with Dead Man's Trail, even if you're miles away.
I love that idea. It's like we're all connected to this place through our shared curiosity and fascination with the unknown.
Exactly. And who knows, maybe by tapping into our imaginations, we can unlock even more of the mysteries that Dead Man's Trail holds.
So to our listeners out there, we're leaving you with this thought. Picture yourself standing at the entrance to Dead Man's Trail. You've heard the stories. You've felt the pull of its mystery. Now the choice is yours.
Do you venture down that path? And if so, what are you looking for?
Are you hoping to find answers or a connection to the past? Are you seeking a brush with the unexplained? Or simply a moment of quiet reflection in a place where reality feels a little less certain?
Whatever it is you're searching for, remember that Dead Man's Trail is more than just a physical place.
It's a journey to the heart of history, mystery, and the power of human imagination.
And who knows, maybe along the way you'll discover something unexpected about yourself, about the world, or even about the nature of reality itself.
That's a perfect note to end on. So until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and most importantly, keep your sense of wonder alive.
And don't forget to keep an eye out for those shadows.
Ooh, spooky. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into Dead Man's Trail.
It's been a pleasure.